Alright. Yeah, so, how's everybody doing? Hopefully better than most. Alright, well, anyways, regardless, we have ourselves a new Sentai to deal with. Alright, so we're going to be counting down 01 episode 26, Kirameiger episode 0, and Beast Morphers episode 26. Alright, so let's go and get the new guys out of the way with Kirameiger. Yeah, pretty weird that we're actually getting ourselves a 0th episode here. And basically, it's just a whole bunch of, well, basically it's just getting all the setup and exposition out of the way. Basically, let's see. Yeah, Kirameiger, well, for what we could, Alright, yeah, it's just basic setup here. The bad guys are the Jotun army, known as the Jotunheim, whose leader, Emperor Jotun, apparently wants to remove all beauty from the universe. So basically, it's basically Super Sentai meets Rainbow Bright. And yeah, and the titular Rainbow Bright in this case is this, the surviving princess of a crystalline planet or kingdom or whatever called Crystalia, whose uncle whose uncle betrayed. Let's see. Her uncle Garuza has betrayed the kingdom of Crystalia to the Jotunheim and basically just let them go and just destroy the entire place and killing his brother. Well, most likely because he's a petty, jealous bastard. So yes, Garuza has traded in his entire people in exchange for power and glory. Well, yeah. Pretty standard evil bad guy motivations. And the princess, and yeah, again, this is just the part where I'm starting to remember all the names, so yeah, we'll just call her basically let's call her let's see. I haven't seen Steven Universe, so let's call her Princess Amethyst, because, yeah, this is basically Gem World from DC Comics. Basically, yeah, that's basically kind of it. It's like Steven Universe meets Game of Thrones, only a lot less incest, thankfully. So, anyways, the princess gathers the five last crystals of Crystalia, and, well, basically encases herself, pulls off a Superman and, takes a surviving crystal rocket, whatever thing, to Earth, where, yeah, she basically has to choose 5 warriors to basically go and defend Earth from the Jotunheim and destroy King Jotun. Here's the twist. The gems are sentient and they can pick and choose their owners. The ones that they resonate best with, or crystallized with, or some terminology, I don't know. And yeah, and since Naruhisa Arakawa's writing this one, it looks like he's going to be trying to sneak in some references to past Sentai, because when the green crystal was choosing his partner, she's a track star, and when she was at a track and field meet, she was wearing a uniform with the Scratch logo on there. And yeah, for those who remember, Scratch was the corporation / organization or whatever that was sponsoring the Geki Rangers. I haven't seen all of Geki Ranger, but if anyone's seen Jungle Fury, you'll recognize the Order of the Claw emblem there. Yeah, it's the same one, so, go for constants and variables and all that. So yes, our Green Ranger is a female track star. Our Blue Ranger is a swordsman stunt actor. The Yellow Ranger, he is a trying to remember. Let's see. Hold on, trying to remember him. Hold on. Let's see. Hold on a second. Oh yeah, yeah, I remember now. Our Yellow Ranger is an MLG gamer who was, oh yeah, when we were introduced to him, he was playing God Eater 3. Did you know that God Eater 3 was out and it was made by Bandai? Huh, by Namco Bandai? Go get, buy God Eater 3, hashtag not sponsored. And our Pink Ranger is a skilled physician. Yeah, no, we see her doing open chest surgery. And so, yeah, when we are introduced to the Core 4, and when they get roped into a VR training simulation, well, unbeknownst to them, as the guy who was looking after the princess and was the king's personal contact on Earth, he arranged for a training simulation to see how the 4 Kiramagers that they've gathered so far work together as a team, and they work pretty well. The only one we haven't seen so far is our Red. And he's basically stuck in La La Land and constantly stuck drawing all the time, and so obsessed with his drawing that he's basically just tuned out everything else going on. And yeah, he doesn't seem like an idiot, but it's gonna be interesting seeing this guy interact with the other 4, who already seem to come off as a pretty competent team that do seem to have good synergy together. And well. Let me see, what else? Alright, well, let's go talk about the Kirameiger suits. I mean, aside from all the glitter there, and yeah, unlike the stupid metallic armor in Season 3 of Mighty Morphin, I mean, I personally don't like glitter costumes, but, hey, they're supposed to be, powers are supposed to be based off gems, so I get why they're supposed to be sparkling, yeah, aside from that, let's see. They do have a horizontal sash on there with what looks like a racetrack, since, well, not only they themed around gems, but also vehicles. So, the racetrack makes sense. And the helmets. Let me think about the helmets here, just as soon as I can. Oh yeah, and also the gem-like shoulder pads on there are definitely a nice touch. And, well, some of the helmets definitely, Alright, well, one thing about the helmets is that they don't have any mouth formations on there, but, it's just a standard color there over where the mouth should be. And, well, let's see, oh yeah, with a gem-like design on the foreheads too. So, well, mostly it's just kind of a big old blob of color there with some sort of wrist guards or arm guards or whatever there. Well, kind of a bit of a color blob there. Again, I'll probably have more concrete things to say once we see Red. So, and just let these designs sit for a little bit. But so far, I mean, aside from the incorporating gem designs and the race car designs, the racetrack designs on there, not really much to write home about with these ones. They're just like, I mean, they work, and hey, we get the theming there, so again, just not a whole lot to say there, but it's a decent little setup for each of the Kirameiger's characterization, and also the villain faction, not a whole lot there to go with, just evil for evil's sake, just like, we want to destroy all beauty in the universe, so we're just gonna make everything all dark and bitter and all that stuff. Oh, and then they also go and send out their first monster. Yeah, we end up the episode with them sending out their first giant monster, and... And...
It's Cthulhu. Of course it's Cthulhu. Who else would it be? We got Cthulhu.
Yep, the show got Cthulhu. The show has got Cthulhu. Yeah, no, their first monster is freaking Cthulhu. Or if it's... well, okay, it looks like Cthulhu, but it actually kind of reminds me more of... let's see, what was that thing again from, let's see. No, not Yogg-Sothoth, let's see. Hold on, I know I know that monster, it reminds me of a Persona for Persona 2. Let's see. It's not Cthulhu. Definitely not Cthulhu there, but let's see. It's here it is. Hasther. Yeah, it might not be Cthulhu, but it reminds me of Hasther from Persona 2. Basically, this giant. Let's see. Let's see. The King in Yellow. Yeah. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of. Definitely has more of a Cthulhu-like design. And yeah, I'm guessing that's kind of going to be the motif with the Jotunheim. Basically, just a bunch of Lovecraftian eldritch abominations, basically. But, well, we'll see. Anyways, enough of my pointless guessing and grasping at straws here. Let's go and move on to what's concrete. 01 episode 26, and we're continuing on with the stupid farce between Zaya and Hiden, when, again, Hiden has more than enough evidence to go and put Zaya in jail for war crimes. But again, Aruto is still humoring the psychopath for some stupid reason. So the fourth competition this time is, what was it again? Oh yeah, let's see, it's a firefighting competition. Only thankfully, Guy's not sadistic enough to wait until there's actual fires to go and do his stupid contest with, but instead it's a controlled scenario where basically it's sort of a competition between a firefighting captain and a firefighter Humagear. Basically, it's a basic training exercise. You know, like rescuing the amount of hostages on the first floor, second floor, third floor. Whoever gets the most wins the contest. And, well, from that premise, it just seems like it would go along just fine. But then, of course, there's a monkey wrench thrown into the gears as a panda raider who is equipped with a rocket launcher. So, yes, a rocket-launching panda monster goes and just fires at the building that they were using for the exercise, causing a real fire. And, unfortunately, this is kind of where we have to go and side with the human, with Zaya's representative here, Captain Homura. And because the Humagear in Ichichukusuke, or whatever it's called, where the Humagear was prioritizing getting the people that are already alive out at the burning building, whereas Homura, he knows that you don't leave a single person behind when it comes to a fire. You know, I don't have any experience with firefighters, but, you know, even if, basically the Humagear's logic for leaving the person behind was because they had, it looked like he thought, he was about to die anyway. Logic dictates we should get the one who's least likely to die out there first. But, of course, Homura rightfully chews him out, saying, when you're in a situation like that, unless you get them out of there regardless of whether you think they're dead or not. And yeah, in this perspective, yes, Zaya's representative is absolutely right in this case, since the Humagear only just decided to leave the person to die because he couldn't detect his vital signs, and thus he thought he was already dead. So. But yeah, just because you think that they're dead, if you don't see vitals, it could mean that he's gone into respiratory arrest or something like that. You know, he could have just simply had a heart attack or something. You know, you don't leave somebody behind because you think they're dead, dude. And yeah, Aruto later admits that Captain Homura was absolutely right, and that that both Aruto and the Humagear have a lot to learn. And also, Aruto, maybe you should learn that Zaya is not to be trusted since, there was a news crew who was at the scene covering the fire, which then gave Guy the perfect opportunity to go and slap a Zetsume Riser on the Humagear, having him go berserk, and then basically just turn it into a big smear campaign. Thankfully, Aruto was able to use his Mother Elf sword or whatever to go and restore the Humagear to sanity, and manages to go and drive Guy off. But yeah, that was a bit of a nasty little PR blow. Oh, and to make matters worse, or better depending on your point of view, Aruto's vice president of Hiden, his Wormy assistant, and his stone cold bitch Humagear assistant are the last three victims at the top roof of the third floor of the exercise building. So Guy thinks, all right, we'll decide with this. Whoever can go and save those three wins the contest. Or what? Aruto is basically goes into a whole, actual lives are on the line here, asshole. But Guy basically just has him go along with it by basically saying, what's the matter, McFly? Chicken? That's... Aruto, stop letting this guy bait you. He is clearly insane. He is a sociopathic lunatic. Stop humoring him. Kick his ass and have Ames arrest him. I don't care if Zaya is the one who supplied Ames with their gear. They are legally obligated to deal with human gear-based terrorists. And yeah, basically, Guy is the Osama bin Laden of Metsubo Jinrai. He's the mastermind. Wake up! Oh, and speaking of Metsubo Jinrai, it looks like Jin is not entirely on board with Horobi's plan, since apparently he was restored, but he's not linked back up with the Ark. And while he still will side with Horobi, Jin is more prioritizing saving human gears rather than destroying humanity. And yeah, when Isamu confronted them at the outskirts of Daybreak Town, Jin let it slip that it was he and the hidden fourth member of Metsubo Jinrai were the ones that broke Horobi out. But and now, after kicking Isamu's ass, Jin has made it his little side quest to go get Horobi's Progrise key back, so that he can transform into a rider again. But again, Jin is not going to be subservient to Horobi like he was last time. Instead, it looks like he's following his own agenda to prioritize saving human gears. Or liberating human gears, however, whatever his goals and, his means are to do that. Ugh. So, yeah, 01. Again, we're just humoring the delusions of a sociopathic CEO. Yay! And Beast Morphers episode 26... speaking of hidden truths revealed, Robbie finally goes and confesses to his mom, the commander of Grid Battle Force, about his little painting hobbies. It opens up with him painting a mural over a building that was about to be demolished. But of course, since his mom happened to be jogging by, he was like, "Oh, I didn't see who did it." But then Evox gets himself a bit of an idea here using with the paint, using a this was admittedly one of Evox's dumber plans, but they're going to kind of springboard it over Blaze of Roxy's, the Blaze of Roxy avatar's stupid plan. Basically, their plan was to create a key Robotron, have him go and unlock Grid Battle Force's front door, and just go inside and wreak havoc. Again, no real major plan there. Just sometimes a less convoluted plan is the best one, but yeah, everybody was like, yeah, no, your plan was way too straightforward and stupid, and it got busted right away because Ravi was there to go and intercept the Robotron. And also later in the same fight, he got back up from, from Steel, names keep slipping me today. Been on a bit of a day. Oh, yeah, Ravi got back up from Nathan Steele, so yeah, it's just sending one lone agent inside of your enemy's base to go and wreak havoc. Yeah, kind of a dumb move, even if he could go and shut down access to their weapons. But then Evox gets the idea to go and disguise the Robotron as the artist responsible for the mural, and using his authority as Mayor Daniels to have the Robotron disguised artist go and use a special paint that Scrozzle made to paint a mural over Grid Battle Force, which, the special paint that Scrozzle made could be remote detonated to explode, and thus, decimating Grid Battle Force's defenses, which would then give Evox ample opportunity to send an army of Robotrons and Tronics into the base to destroy it. Basically a decent plan spring forward from a rather stupid one. But then Ravi finally exposed to his mom that he was the artist, and Mayor Evox was just like, screw it, the plant's busted. And so just had the Tronics go, had the Robotron and Tronics reveal themselves while he played stupid. So yeah, basically, Robbie's finally told the truth about his artistic passions to his mom, and she was like, "Yeah, you lied to me, but then again, it's kind of like I didn't give you good reasons to lie. Yeah, that was kind of on me for being kind of overbearing with my views on artists. Yeah." this is kind of my B2. So yeah, a little bit of character development, and that's honestly pretty much it. All right, so Kirameiger, not much to tear apart so far, but hopefully the red doesn't go and drag things down, because the last thing we need for Sentai is yet another dumbass red mucking up what could be a decent show. Let's see, 01, again, we're continuing to harbor the delusions of a lunatic, again, at the expense of human lives, and Beast Morphers, just be honest with yourself, that's basically it. So, honestly, see y'all later.